Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This video is going to be the most requested one, as many of you had DM'd me on Instagram asking me to post this particular one. So in this video, you will be seeing what my toddler eats in a day, how I select and serve meals for him, and how I encourage him to have his own meals without involving too much. So that being said, let's jump right into the video. As always, let's begin with breakfast. Today's breakfast is simple dosa and some pumpkin sambar. I always tend to cut the dosa into bite-sized pieces and then mix it with the curry so it's easier for him to just grab and eat. I make sure to compulsorily mix any curry that's made for the day and get him used to it every day. He obviously sees us also having the same food, so he is fine with trying new dishes most of the time. I also keep the vegetables separately and not mash it along and hide it in the dish, because in the long run this might backfire, as the child might not be interested in trying new vegetables and he will be used to having mashed ones only. He just tried a piece or two of the pumpkin and he refused to eat any further, but that's alright. I just make him try and that's all I want. And yes, a little bit of water every now and then. As much as possible, I try not to look at him or talk to him. Of course, I'd stay in the same room just to keep an eye on him, but I will be doing my work like laundry or dishes, etc. For me personally, eye contact with my toddler tends to distract him, so I choose to do it this way. It also helps him focus on his work and I get to finish mine too. Sometimes he says he's full after completing half a dosa, and on some days he wants another extra one. So I just go with the flow. If he wishes to stop, I don't force him to finish this plate. I just wash him up and get him ready for his next activity. I asked him if he wanted some more pumpkin and he indirectly refused by keeping his face like that. Now over to lunch. As far as lunch is concerned, I always opt for traditional lunch, as we can include carbs and protein in one shot. Today's menu is the same pumpkin sambar from morning, some hot rice and sautéed long beans along with a pinch of ghee. And I also don't make separate dishes for every meal. I just try to make one dish for 2 meals of the day, as it's easier to manage. It's not possible to make fresh new food every meal, at least not for me. Sometimes I even give him leftovers from yesterday, which I feel is fine too, as making fancy dishes to somehow get the child to eat will not help in the long run, and we will run out of ideas and energy at some point. So I serve the rice and vegetables separately, as I want him to taste everything separately and figure out how different food tastes like. During lunchtime, I usually give him a choice as to whether he wants to use his hand or use a spoon to eat. If he chooses for the spoon, I just serve like how I am serving now, but if he wants to use his hands, I'll simply make the rice into small balls and serve the vegetables alongside. The minute I give him 2 choices and tell him to pick up, he gets excited and wants to independently do it, lessening the tantrums too. You can see he's slowly starting to play with the food at this point. I know it's very difficult to stop him from doing what he's doing, but it's important that we don't do it to make sure he explores the food and eats it without feeling any pressure. After a while, he himself starts to eat. Like I said earlier, it helps to not have direct eye contact so that he can get time to settle, play, and then eat. Sometimes he needs help to put things back into his plate, and sometimes he expects me to feed him a spoon or 2. I wait for him to ask me and then go ahead and help him out. Finally, some water and a little piece of papadam to end his lunch. Evening snacks will usually be cut fruits, because they can be quickly prepared, easily available at home, and 100% healthy. So today's snack is fresh strawberries. For a change, I also serve him some boiled eggs or some sundal or Greek yogurt on certain days. Now to the last meal of the day. Today's dinner is chapati and some green gram curry. Since chapati is a little hard for my toddler, I make sure to cut it into equal bite-sized pieces and soak them in the curry before serving it. Other than chapati, I mostly feed him oatmeal or pancakes for dinner because I feel his tummy is full for a longer period of time when he eats those kind of foods. He gets hungry very early in the morning if he has idli or dosa at night. Some of you might be serving some fruits along with meals, but I usually stick with fruits only for snacks and not along with the meals because he tends to fill him up and not eat much of the main dish. So that's pretty much it, guys. I have explained all that I can in this video, and I really hope this helped at least some of you to plan your toddler's mealtime accordingly. For any help, please feel free to contact me in the comment section below or on Instagram, and I'll try my best to help you guys with my limited experience. Happy parenting and see you soon.